I want to thank first of all to all my team and the entire people here making this possible for us as a team together. Any one of you will find its own place, if not in our courses, rather in bringing their imagination to life by just prompting in Biela. Because as I said, now everyone and everybody, from kids to elders, from those who have the skills to those who they don't have the skills, are able to develop software. If you're not stepping now, you're not stepping into the future. And you are going to be grounded in the past.
Hello and welcome back to another Thursday with the devs. I'm Adam and today with me I have Robert and Daniel. How's it going, guys?
Hi, Adam. How are you,
How's
Adam?
things? What's going on today? I mean, we've done a lot of interesting stuff the last few weeks, but I think this week we're doing something far more interesting because it's simple and it's easy to use and it's fun. It's a fun kind of thing today, but the thing for me that I really love about it is it's relatively simple, right? Daniel, why don't you tell us about it?
Well, I'm sure most of you guys are already familiar with GarageBand, the app where you can play different instruments directly from your phone. So this is what we are building today. We are building an app where you have different instruments such as a drum, a guitar, or a piano. And you can actually play just by tapping or swiping. And even more than that, we have a feature that we want to teach people to provide infrastructure for those that want to learn music. But what I mean by that is a tutorial feature that actually, let's say, highlights the notes that somebody needs to play a song. So we're doing a music app with a tutorial area for people to learn a few simple songs.
GarageBand meets Guitar Hero, right? So I have all the notes from Guitar Band and all the different instruments and such, right? But remember Guitar Hero where it would light up the strings and you would play the keys to get the strings to play, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I love that. Rockstar.
Exactly. In this case,
Right,
I'll just share my screen so you can see the prompt I've already prepared for today. Okay, just give me a second. I'm adding it to the stage. Okay, so this is our prompt for today. It's not very complex, but I'm just describing my idea to Biela, as you always should. And I want to remind you guys, anytime where you are not sure about something or you still have some questions, make sure to use plan mode. This way, Biela will not start building your project, but will ask you questions and follow-up questions, of course, to make sure that everything is clear before starting to build. But because I already know what I want, I will choose build mode. So let's go over the prompt. Biela Band is a music web app similar to GarageBand. We need a landing page, a menu where all the instruments are shown, drums, piano, and guitar. Each instrument should have its own page where you can play it by tapping or swiping. And more than that, we need a tutorial area where we can select one song. This makes the instruments have highlights for the specific note that needs to be played. Once that note is played, the highlight moves to the next note so people can practice and learn simple songs. So I'm just going to send this to Biela, and we are going to come back to our normal view while Biela is starting to build and putting all the pieces together.
So basically, this is a relatively, like you said, a simple prompt. I mean, you could use the plan mode, but you knew exactly what you wanted it to do. You gave it those simple instructions. I want it to do this. It's going to be called this. If we use the instruments, it should have its own page, etc., etc. And then I also want to be able to have a tutorial mode. Tutorial works like this. The strings or the keys light up. The keys go one after the other. Very straightforward. So this is something, like I said, anybody that has a simple idea just knows how to word it can create something in Biela. That's what's so amazing about Biela in this particular case. It uses simple wording. It understands natural English, and it creates something based on what you've given it, really what you've given it, right? And like you said, if you don't know, just put it in plan.
Things like this took a lot of time before to create or to be able to code it, right? These days, it's something like you just need to have a little bit of imagination, and that's all.
Yeah, Biela is actually tearing down the technical barrier for anybody to start software development or at least prototyping and creating simple and medium apps. And even more than what Adam said, you don't even need to talk to Biela in English. You can use your ideas. It's a much, much faster process right now because of AI and tools such as Biela. Because you just describe your idea, Biela will build it, and you can try talking to a user, challenging one anymore, because AI completely shifted the effort from the technical perspective, and it's now even more difficult to distribute your app and find users and manage to sell it. So this is something that you always have to keep in mind. Don't try to go too far with the technical app. Maybe start with a simple MVP, build a prototype, try to market it, build an online audience, even if it's social media or, I don't know, blogs or YouTube or whatever. And I think this is the most important thing everyone has to focus right now if you want to launch an app.
And I think today started the DEF CON challenge there, no?
Bugs or what do they call them? Day one incidents. What do they call them? I've forgotten the word. Anyway, it'll come to me. It begins with a V. Vulnerabilities. They're looking for vulnerabilities, right? Yeah. So yes, I mean, the thing is that Daniel was saying, it's true. You know what? Now the hard part is not in the developing. The hard part now is in the sales and the marketing of these things, because there's so many of them out there, and people now are spoiled for choice, right? There's probably 100 apps that used to do what only 2 people created before, Now everybody can create that app. So it's going to be the people that are going to be able to market these and sell these that are going to be really the guys that are going to be the stars, because everybody can now make an app. And you know what? The other stars are the guys that come up with those ideas, those little niche ideas that people want. I mean, there's an app here where you can order, petrol. I mean, I don't know where if you guys are, if you can order petrol from an app, but here in Dubai, we can order petrol on an app, right? They will come to the house, they will fill up the car at night, they will take the money out of your account, and they'll drive away. I mean, you don't even have to be awake. And that was all done with an app.
Yeah, right? That's amazing, because for use cases like this, you can start a small business just by yourself and already have all the technical requirements implemented, such as an app, a website. You can be on one for all and one member team.
Yes.
And handle everything from, I don't know, delivering gas to building the app so your customers can order it.
No need to live in a big city, right? If you are living in a smaller community, you can find any gap or something what they need, and
Look, the
create.
best thing about a small community is when you live in a small community, now with an app, you can bring people to you. I mean, I worked with a group last summer and they were farmers, right? And they wanted to bring their natural homeopathy products that they had grown in their home farms that were chemical free, they were organic, they were, nature certified, everything, right? And if you live in a small village, most farms are like that anyway. And so it wasn't a big deal to sell to each other in the little village. But when people from the city find out that they can buy, natural honey where the bees are taking, pollen from the flowers that are growing on the fruit trees, and this kind of thing, people will pay money for stuff like that. That natural honey, business had an app, and soon they were shipping honey everywhere. Right. And there were people coming to the city to them to buy the honey. So these are great little ideas. Right. And we love seeing things like this happen because of Biela. Biela actually does this. Right. It gives everybody the opportunity to have something built for themselves where they can benefit from it. Right. And I mean, that's what most people do it for. I mean, yes, we can help people along the way, but at the end of the day, I'm going to benefit by doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Because now that you said it, I thought that it's a very big difference to what I was talking about earlier. Because I was thinking of having to distribute your app, which would be a SaaS, a software as a service, trying to sell your app. But also at the same time, we can use Biela and apps as distribution methods to bring people to your in real life physical business. So
Yes,
it's a
yes,
two-way street depending on what type of business do you have or do you want to develop. You can use the apps as a distribution method to bring people in.
absolutely. Right. I mean, that's the whole genius behind being able to develop an app. You can use it any way you want. You can bring the business to you, or you can take your business to the people. If I have a service, like you said, people can order my service from anywhere in the world through the app. And if I have a product that people want, then they will come to me and buy it from me, or I can ship it to them, whatever it is, right? So, I mean, there's those two sides that an app covers, right? There's the services and there's the products. So, and then there's the stuff in between, like this app here. This app can actually be monetized, right? We could monetize this because don't forget that feature that allows someone to learn to play an instrument. Look, I will tell you a story. When I was a kid, I was horrible at music. And my parents spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on pianos at the house. And at one point, there was an accordion at the house. They had bought these instruments, and I think I played it for, a week or 2 weeks, and then I quit, right? And we had this accordion at the house for a long time, or a guitar would have been worse, right? So imagine now if I could get my kids to see if they're really interested, if they're really committed, let's download the app. Let's register for, a few months. If the kids are interested in the music, really interested, and I can see they're committed, then yes, let's put them in music lessons. But in the meantime, let's start digitally, right? So this is something be turned into a service that I can sell. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you can go both ways of selling your app as a SaaS, or I don't know, maybe a special instrument or a special tutorial inside the app, or you can use it to funnel people, to funnel your client into real physical lessons in their cities, and I don't know, maybe have
There
a
you go, right?
Yeah.
So within the app, yes, you have, little sections where if you're interested in learning the piano, here is the website or the phone number in your city for piano lessons, right? And in that case, the people who advertise those piano lessons on your site, they pay you, don't they?
Yeah. It depends.
Great
Of
idea.
course, it's always depending on what type of deal you can close with them. It's either
Yes.
paying by promotion or having a commission based on the people you send to them. But it's
Yes.
up to you. It's not something technical. So
Exactly, right? So, I mean, developers these days not only have to be able to vibe code like we do in Biela, but they also have to be salesmen at the end of the day. Let's be real. I mean, all of this stuff doesn't work without sales. even these huge apps that started, somebody had to sort of sell, here's this new app. It's like MySpace. It's called Facebook, right?
Yeah,
Hey, did you guys hear they're trying to bring MySpace back?
I
No,
didn't.
Yep. So who knows? I don't even know if you two can
I-
remember MySpace.
another app.
We'll see. But there you go. And what are we doing now? How's it going with our?
So actually, Biela is still coding. I'll share my screen again to check it out. Okay. So, oh, look at that, Adam. You had the golden words. Biela
Oh,
just finished our app. So, right in time. Okay.
wonderful.
Now, let's check it out. I'll maximize the screen. So, play, learn, and record right in your browser. Okay, we can see the landing page. We have the piano, the guitar, and drum. We can see the tutorial area with the hover over the note you would have to play. So let's start jamming. I would go for the piano first and look at this beauty. Okay, now hopefully when I press on a key, we should be able to hear it. Okay, do you guys hear that? Because I do. Okay, but as you can see, I'm not a very great pianist. So I will just try our tutorial feature. Let's pick a song. No, let's go to learn a song.
Learn a song.
Yeah. And now Ode to Joy on a piano.
Alrighty.
We can see the highlight for the note we have to play, and I think
Yeah.
it actually might show the future note as well. So if I start playing and follow the highlights, we will have this. Okay, so this is already amazing. Just by following the highlights, because I'm not a pianist, I have no idea how to do this. I just know the song, so I can try to improve the timings of me pressing the notes a bit. But this is how you can learn a new instrument, a new song, and actually at least get an idea to see if, how passionate you might be about music, about piano, or a specific instrument, as Adam was saying earlier. Now,
Exactly, right?
yeah, let's just finish the song because I really want to do it. Okay, now maybe I discovered that I'm a bit passionate about it, so I need to buy a piano. But okay, we will see in the next week.
We're
Like-
not buying a piano for you yet.
You'll change your keyboard with a piano, Danny.
Probably. So when I work with Biela, I will just do it from a piano keyboard. I'll create some macros.
Look,
We can also-
speaking from history, Danny, you're gonna need to play that piano digitally for a few weeks, so I know you're committed. We're not investing in a piano just yet.
Come on. We have the drums area, but this is, as you can see, more digital. So it's similar to those pads that the DJs have instead of the
Yeah.
actual drums. But if you don't like it this way, you can just always ask Biela, as I love to say. For any issues or any question, ask Biela. So you would just send a prompt, hey, I don't want digital drums, I want the, I don't know, traditional way of drums, traditional drums. So, okay,
Nice.
we can
Let's
play around.
Let's
We could-
learn a song.
Sorry?
Let's learn a song.
Okay.
On the drums.
Pick a song and let's see something. 4 on the floor. I'm not sure if I'm very familiar with any of these, but let's try it out. This is harder,
Yeah.
especially that I do not know the song. Okay, great. So, in just one prompt, in 10-15 minutes of coding, Biela managed to create such an amazing app, I would say, because this is very nice to try it out, to play around, to even learn a song, or I don't know, you can just create a small tool or game for yourself, for your children, or anybody else in just
You know
one.
what I love about this? Look, you know what's so amazing about it? Just scroll back a little bit. Right there, right there, right there. Built like an instrument, not a toy. And then it has all these little blurbs, right? Like, I
Yeah,
mean, it seems very professional. It's not seemed like it was designed by a single person that just designed an app today. Look, it talks about the synthesize, it talks about the guided method, it talks about, loop recorders and nothing to it's a real professional app, right? And Biela adds all that in by itself. That's not something you asked for.
yeah, because everybody saw the prompt, and we can actually check that again. We have a small issue detected here, but we see that it didn't break the app. So for now, we'll just minimize it. So this was our prompt. Biela Band is a music app. I told you. We need the landing page, a menu with all the instruments, and each instrument should have its own page. And more than that, we need the tutorial area. So
That's
it's
it.
not technical. It's not very complex. I'm just describing my idea, and that's it. I'm just describing my idea to Biela. You don't
And
need to
it
do
makes
anything.
it look so easy. This is the thing. It makes it look so easy,
Exactly.
right? That's what I loved about it.
And again, if you want to build anything else, if you need more songs or more instruments, you would just ask Biela to add them. So maybe we can even check that out, guys. If you have any idea of a new instrument,
Can we make a small change? I see something I'd like to change. Something very small.
tell me.
Go to the Jingle Bells and look at the image for Jingle Bells. Scroll back up.
Jingle
Ah,
bells. Okay. Yeah, maybe the context was not the best one right here, but let's ask Biela to find a more appropriate image.
Just tell it to put Santa Claus in there. Don't even ask it to think.
Okay, so let me show you how I would personally do it. We need to describe to Biela what we are looking at because the AI doesn't know. You would either use the magic selector tool, this one right here,
Yes.
just so
Yes.
you just activate this one, and then you're able to hover um, across the element you want to change. So I would select this area.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't really like the magic selector, you need to explain it to Biela to describe the position and the element you want to change. So we will always go from top to bottom. So from the biggest hierarchy element, let's say you are on the learn a song page. So in the learn a song page, and then
For
we
for
have,
drums.
I would say that we have all songs and the song cards. Um, in the song cards, so we will call each of these elements a song card.
Mhm.
For the jingle bell one,
For piano and guitar as well.
yeah, it's available for both instruments, but we
Okay.
will
Yeah.
we will identify it by the name of it. For the
Fair.
jingle bell one, we need a more appropriate image. So you said maybe use Santa Claus one.
It's Christmas.
Yeah. So this is it. Well, we did
There's one
both
more
ways.
way to make the change, though, eh?
Yeah, we can also take a screenshot of it. So this
exactly.
Yes.
also provides more context to the AI. But
Right.
Even
usually
taking
it's
three
more than enough to go
or
for
eight
one
to
of
understand
these three.
exactly what. Sorry, Danny.
I was saying that usually it's more than enough to go with at least one of these three methods. But if you
Yes.
encounter any issues or challenges, or it seems like BLI is not really understanding or doing the thing you want, you can combine them or try again with another method. So magic selector, explaining, or a screenshot. And now we can see how BLI is generating an image. it actually generated a Santa Claus image, or at least it tried to, because we saw something, and I'm not sure if it actually listened to us. So let's go to learn a song. Let's search for Jingle
Yeah,
Bells. Okay,
not Santa Claus, but
Good enough. It's Christmas
yeah,
trees.
it's more appropriate. Yeah, it's more appropriate, but it was not Santa Claus. Again, if something like this happens, you can see that Biela generated an image. Maybe the image generation model had, I don't know, a loss of context behind it, so you can ask it to search for an online image. But this is how you create the app. This is how you test it out from the preview area. You can maximize your screen to see it better. And then for any change, instrument addition, or any new feature that you have in mind, you just have to send it to Biela.
Very nice. A simple little idea today that come out with a very nice result. Interactive, fun, and with an educational aspect to it as well.
Exactly.
Very cool. Your first strong at the top away. Yes. And it seems like it's almost designed in a way to make you want to market it as a subscription, as something, right? All the steps are in place, letting you see that, you know what? This is something that you could put on the internet and people could try. But if people like it, put it on the App Store. Deploy the thing.
And then you can find the features that can be monetized. So let's say that the tutorial area or some specific songs from the tutorial area might be behind a paywall or behind a subscription wall. Imagine that you have some general English or international songs available for everybody. But if you want to learn songs from your country specifically, or some songs from your country, you might need to pay for that. So this is how easy it became to develop an app, to have some ideas, and actually, how could I say it? To transform those ideas into reality and into a digital product that everybody can see and use.
And this is it, right? This is part of the allure. This is part of the charm of working with Biela. Not only does it allow you to do that, but it allows you to do it simply and easily, very easily. I don't need to know a lot of stuff about coding or about even about vibe coding. I really don't need to know that much. I basically need to know how to put a couple of sentences together and explain my thoughts. And like you said, not even in English, right? In my own language, Biela has several half dozen languages that it can code in, right? So I can speak and write to it in, I don't know, 12, 13 languages now. And every day that number's getting bigger.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing I want to point out, in this top area, guys, you can see we spent 850,000 tokens. To translate it into US dollars, this is less than $4. It's around maybe $3. So in one prompt, 10 minutes, we actually had two prompts. So two prompts, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and less than $3, we created a simple app that you can play around with. You can do whatever you want it to do. So
you can add
progressive,
right? You can add more songs. You can add everything what you want.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to add songs, we're going to add songs for the monetized version, I think. That's my plan. I'm going to give you the free ones like Happy Birthday and Jingle Bells, but once you want to hear something good, you're going to pay for those ones.
Let us know how that works.
Just like Guitar Hero used to do to me, right?
Yeah.
They'd let me play Happy Birthday and Merry Christmas. But as soon as I wanted to learn some Ozzy Osbourne, it was behind a fire with paywall.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Royalties.
Yes. So there you go. But I mean, this is it. This is for parents that are thinking about, having their kids learn to play an instrument or seeing if their kids are actually interested in an instrument. Like I said, much cheaper than sending the kid off to music class every week. I was not a happy camper going to music class, let me tell you. All my friends were outside playing in the sun, football and baseball on Saturday, and off I was going to piano class. I was not a happy bunny, believe me, right? This I could have at home. I could have my kids do these lessons anytime they were free. They could spend their weekends outside with their friends. More than likely, they were going to be on the computer anyway, but these days, but in my day, it would have been outside. And yeah, and see if your kids are actually musically inclined. You know what? One of the kids I went to school with, who really wasn't very good at any sport at all, turned out to be a wizard at piano, and had 3 scholarships to 3 different universities for music, from the Royal Canadian Conservatory, and from the Music Conservatory of Northwestern Canada, and I can't remember, but he got three very, very high scholarships because he played piano. Couldn't play baseball to save his life, couldn't play hockey, but the boy could play piano.
Yeah, that's impressive. And more than that, this is very different than learning piano or any type of music with a teacher, which can be like closer to your personality type or more different to you. Because now with Biela and this type of apps, you can specifically like tailor make it. If you want your, I don't know, if your kid likes gaming, you can try to gamify it more. You can have it with a Minecraft theme or whatever the kid likes to do. You can tailor make any type of apps for any type of personality. This is
Very
a great
much
that you also need to keep in mind.
Let me tell you, I would rather have a virtual music teacher, a virtual piano teacher than the teacher I had. I don't know how many times I got slapped on the wrist with the ruler, right?
Sometimes not everybody is for this, so it's for the music. Maybe you prefer sports, no? No need to be...
Obviously, I'm not for the music. But maybe if this was around in those days, who knows? But nope, I never ever did learn an instrument.
Yeah, but at least Biela cannot slap your wrists, so you are...
All right, so that's what we did this week. I mean, it's very interesting, and like I said, compared to the last few weeks, what we've been working on was quite serious stuff, you know, very business oriented, and you know, this can be, like we said, this can be business oriented if you wanted to take it further and monetize it a little bit, and you know, create a database and hook it up to Superbase and all these kinds of things. But this week, to me, it seemed more like one of those apps that people sort of do for fun, something you can do just a trial as an MVP, as a trial product for people to see if they like it. And it was something that was fun, right? And this just reminds me that not everything we do with Biela is always serious and you know, has very heavy consequences, results to it, right? This is something Biela can make for fun, and Biela can, like I said, it can make anything. So today's option Daniel chose was something that that a lot of people enjoy, and a lot of people remember GarageBand, and a lot of people like myself remember Guitar Hero. So I mean, it's a great idea, and I think if we continue every few weeks do something like this, I'd love to see it. But I'd love even more if people sent in requests and told us what they'd like to see, right? Yeah. It's always helpful to hear from the community. I always say that Biela is a community, right? We're not a standalone kind of organization. We listen to our community. So whatever you guys are saying to us, we're more than willing to do it. So if next week somebody has an idea that they'd like us to create in Biela, absolutely. Put it out there, make a comment, you know, leave a message, reach out to us. There's, you know, you can reach out to us in several ways, and take a look at Biela. Go to the site, biela.dev, right? Register. It costs nothing to register. Try it out. You'll see how simple it is. And I think a lot of people, even me when Biela first came out, was, you know, I still don't know anything about this. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know anything about code. I'm not. And at the end of the day, once I tried it, once I was hooked, right? I was hooked, right? So the thing is that these little lives that we do every couple of weeks, every week we do them, designing with the devs on Thursdays. These are for your benefit. They're for our users, our watchers, our community, to allow them to see what Biela is really like, right? And who knows, you might one day be walking down the street and something suddenly dawns on you. You know what? This is a great idea. Now I have a way to create that idea, right? Maybe before people had ideas.
Test it fast, as we were saying, and see if the idea is good or not. Because
I mean, people had ideas before, right? But they might not have done them because there were things holding them back.
Yeah,
exactly.
So Biela.dev, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see you as a member with us. Register. It costs nothing to register. Try it out. Costs nothing to try it out. You get free prompts when you register, and you become part of our community. And you know what? We have a great community. We have people that are technical. We have people that are not so technical. We have people that are helpful with ideas. There are people that are, we have members within our own community that are just full of amazing ideas. So when you join the community, you also become part of our Telegram group and our Discord group. And that's where you really get to meet some of the other users within the Biela family, within the Biela community, right? And that's where, you know what, you might be able to find somebody, you know what, I saw what you were talking about in the Telegram group. I have this idea similar. What do you say you and I talk a little bit offline? And that's how these sort of things develop, right? You know what? Don't forget, Steve Jobs didn't start on his own. Bill Gates didn't start on his own. They all started with somebody, right? Right?
Yes.
Nobody works in a vacuum.
Even if we are saying that Biela allows you to be a one member team, super team, handle everything from sales to technical, it's not necessary that you do it. It's not mandatory that you do it. Just make sure to join our Discord server and Telegram group. You can find the links on our landing page, biela.dev. Over there, we also provide free support 24/7, so you can directly be in talk with one of our team members, which would help you with any issue you encounter. As Adam said, you will also have the opportunity to meet all the other members from the community. You can see like-minded people that you can talk about business or your apps to. So make sure to join, because there is a lot of value right here.
Great, it's perfect, right? And that's what we look for every week when we have these designing with the devs on Thursdays. It's always interesting, the things that the guys come up with. I mean, I'm just here to sort of talk them through it, but the things that they come up with every week just amazes me, right? So join us next Thursday. Be sure to tell your friends, tell everybody you know about Biela.dev. Who knows? Who knows, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, guys. All right, so I think we're going to sign off now. We look forward to seeing you guys again next week. We'll see you next Thursday. And for me, I'm Adam, Dubai, Robert, and Daniel. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye-bye.